We are now looking at expert opinion letters and how to use generative AI and be careful, especially for do-it-yourself and paralegals. So, opinion letter is one of the most important part. A lot of people miss them, and then they get a letter, and then they get an RFE. So, in this work, we'll understand what is an expert opinion letter and some of the pitfalls and some of the challenges when you use RFE, especially about hallucination and wrong and uh, unsubstantiated linkages. So, who's an expert? An expert is somebody who has an academic position in an affiliated institution, mostly professors, who have a publication record and a history, and also sometimes industry experience. Also, industry people are also used as an expert. Now, when we talk about independent evaluation, the expert does not have any professional relationship, and you generally get them through your attorneys or paralegal. They can recommend you, or there are agencies, evaluation agencies that can do that. So, the relationship to the applicant is none. So they should always specify that. So this thing goes on the top that you have no relationship, and you can also write a small affidavit at the end that you have not done any work and you have not interacted, and this is a completely independent evaluation. So this evaluation starts with the applicant's contribution, how the work is impactful, and comparison to peers and national importance based on whether it is NIW or EB1A. So be remember, if you don't use proper credential, if you don't use date and signature in pen, if you do those kind of errors, you might get an RFE. The length that literature suggests, and we have cited a lot of attorney websites, is 2 to 5 pages. Uh, and this is how you would look at the evaluation tree of USCIS. First, they say that is it a substantial merit, which means that is your endeavor even worth it for them to look into? If they think it's worth it, then does it have national importance or alternative impact? It can have impact, but maybe not national impact. Maybe your impact is limited to your company. If it has national impact, are you well positioned, and then you get approved. If you're not well positioned, they'll give you a prong two. A lot of time people do this mistake that they have a good prong two, which is they are well positioned, but they don't, and they have something that is also nationally important, but they don't write substantial merit, and they don't give a proper plan. So that's the most common RFE. We have another video on what is the most common issue with the RFE. So avoid generic praises. Avoid reliance with self-reported information. Always say that you found that information based on independent research. Always make sure that you address 3 prongs in the independent evaluation letter. Uh, you should always compare it with peers and say that the candidate is among 10%, 20%, or this unique skill that the candidate has. Uh, so the content development strategies and strategic consideration should be that you should have letters from diverse perspective that helps, and time the letters close to the petition filing. Don't have it very old so that they can cite your recent work. So prong one, prong two, prong three, we have been talking about that. So prong one is substantial merit and national importance. A lot of time people do things that are national important, but they don't write what they want to do exactly and how it impacts. So yes, AI is nationally important, cybersecurity in AI or LLM models or whatever. But your proposal should be very specific, should be quantifiable. You should add results, what you would do in the next 5 years, 1 years, and that should be addressed properly through the independent eval letter. That the substantial merit is good, which is that you will say that you will do this methodologies, you would reduce energy consumption. In the next 5 years, you would train this many people. You would save this much amount of bank and those kind of stuff. Once that is done, which is substantive merit, then they go for national importance, then they go for well positions, and then benefit to the US. Out of them, writing the first part is the most critical, substantive merit. So if that is the one where you get the most RFE, so you should focus on that in the expert opinion letter. So prong one, uh, cited 14 adoption in Fortune companies. Prong two is citation is higher than peer, and prong three is labor certification would delay clearance of tool by 18 months. Um, and then there are these studies propose research strategies. Uh, they are from attorney website, so we are going by the word. Um, Prong three is how waiving the labor certificate helps the United States. So we would talk about that. In fact, waiving the labor creates more job opportunities and economic benefits to the country, which offsets the protectionism of for the local people. Now, when you use generative AI, be very sure and very specific. You can upload the stuff on generative AI. I have a separate course on legal aspect of this thing and how to use it. So be very careful and cross-verify all statistic with primary resources. There is a lot of hallucination. It talks about paper and reports upon an adoption that does not exist. So it hallucinates. I would say 80% it hallucinates. So be very careful. Only the reference and summarizing the candidate based on bibliographic in LaTeX works. So be very careful with generative AI. I would say right now, generative AI, whatever they may claim, it's not able to write it carefully. So I would say it is only 20-30% accurate as of date when I'm making this video. And I checked Chat GPT, DeepSeek. I checked Perplexity, and you have to use something called the mixture of experts model, where you can ask one Gen AI tool to check the other. So you can check my paper and my courses about how to write the expert eval letters, and hope this will help you into your Eb2 niw and avoid RFE. If you are already at an RFE, hope this will help you fix the RFE.